Again, welcome back to your history class, and the chapter which we were doing was India under the Delhi Sultanate. And in the previous class, we did about this administration, economy, trade and education. These were the topics which we covered, how trade flourished, how agriculture also, there were a lot of development in agriculture, like Persian wheel was introduced for irrigation, the trade industry flourished, there were a lot of development made, and in the field of literature and education also there were a lot of development made, like Arabic language, Persian language. These were the languages which were used during the Sultanate period. The birth of new language, Urdu, was seen during this period, and there were poets like Amir Khusro, who was known as the Tut-i-Hind, that is the parrot of India, and there were a lot of notable works in Sanskrit, like Sanskrit and Hindus, like the Padmavat by Malik Muhammad Jayasi, Prithviraj Raso by Chand Baraidi, Chandravat by Maula Daud, okay, Surdas, he wrote Sursagar. So many of this Sanskrit work was also translated into Persian languages. And in the field of education, the Hindus, okay, the Hindu schools were known as the Pathshalas or tolls, and for the Muslims, the madrasas are maktabs. Okay. So during the Tughlaq period, Firoz Shah Tughlaq also, he set up madrasas, the education center for the Muslims at Khaus Khas. Okay, so these were the development which was made. Now today we are going to do art and architecture. Now the Sultanate period saw there was a new evolution, that is, saw the evolution of this new system or new Indo-Islamic style of architecture, that is the mixture of Persian and Indian style of architecture. Okay, this was introduced. So there were a lot of, for example, there were a lot of mosques which was made out of this materials, okay, from the ancient Hindu temple. So one example was this Quwat-ul-Islam, okay, this Quwat-ul-Islam mosque, and Qutub Minar was built out of the material from the ancient Jain temple. Okay, and there were a lot of new architectural features like dome. Dome is this kind of, you have seen in masjid, isn't it, this type of shape, dome shape. Okay, so Muslim mosque, most of the Muslim architecture, they use this dome. You can see in the picture, next page also, yeah, the picture, if you have your book, yeah, page number 49, you can see this on top, the dome structure. Then this was introduced, then pointed and true arc was introduced, like this pointed arc, yeah, this kind of architecture was introduced, and there were colored tiles, mortar, concrete. So new type of materials were used to build your monuments, buildings, mosque during the Sultanate period. And new type of structures were built, such as mosque, tomb and minarets. Again, minarets, if you see, yeah, this type of tall, like this minarets, okay, like in mosque also, like masjid also you see, isn't it? So this type of tall minarets were built. Then verses of Quran were engraved on the walls and the pillars, which were decorated with geometrical and floral designs. So verses of Quran were written on the walls and the pillars of all these buildings, mosques. And this were decorated with what? Geometrical figures and flower design. The later sultans, the Sayyids and the Lodhis, introduced the concept of double dome. Double means here, and again on top of this also there was a dome like this, okay, double dome. And in the Sultanate period, there were 4 cities which were built in Delhi. Alauddin Khalji, he built. So there were 4 cities. So how many cities were built? 4 cities were built during the Sultanate period. So during the rule of Alauddin Khalji, he built the capital city of Siri in 1303. Okay, Siri, S-I-R-I, Siri, 1303 AD. Then Siri is located near Khaus Khas in Delhi. Ghayasuddin Tughlaq, he built Tughlaqabad and he also built the Tughlaqabad fort. Jahanpanah, he built another city in Delhi. Jahanpanah was another city which was built by Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and his successor Firoz Shah Tughlaq, he built Firozabad. Now this Firozabad is known as Firoz Shah Kotla. Okay, and then there were a lot of other monuments which were built during the Sultanate period, like the Alai Darwaza, Kausai Khas, now it is known as Kaus Khas, and Arai Din Ka Jhopra in Ajmer, the tombs of Ghayasuddin Tughlaq and Sikandar Lodi, and the fortress of Adilabad. So these were the different buildings, monuments which were built during the Sultanate period by the Sultans. Kaus Khas, which means the royal tank in Urdu, was built by Alauddin Khalji. So Alauddin Khalji built the Kaus Khas. Why he built this? To supply water to the inhabitants of Siri city. So he built this city of Siri, isn't it? So to supply water to the people of this city, he built this Kaus Khas. It was a tank, water tank. Later on, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, he built a mosque, he built madrasa, a school for the Muslims, and a tomb for himself near the royal tank. Then we come to music and dance. The Sultanate period saw the evolution of new dance form Kathak. Now Kathak also, it was introduced during the Sultanate period. And also music, Persian style of chorus means group singing, was introduced, and this was known as Qawwali. Another notable development was the birth of North Indian or Hindustani music following the synthesis of Persian. Now another was the Hindustani music, which was again, synthesis means combination, mixture of Persian and Indian style. Okay, so Persian, Arabic and Indian style of music. The Sultanate period saw the rise of Bhakti saints. So Bhakti saints, during the Sultanate period, the Bhakti saints were also seen. So some of the Bhakti saints were Mirabai, Kabir and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Qawwali singing style was popularized by Muslim saints called Sufis. Sufis, S-U-F-I-S, Sufis, they were the Muslim saints, S-A-I-N-T-S, they were the Muslim saints. And what kind of devotional songs they popularized was Qawwali. They also introduced musical instruments like rabab, sarangi, sitar and tabla. The sitar is believed to have been invented by Amir Khusraw. So who invented sitar is Amir Khusraw, by combining what? Veena and Tanpura. Again, both Indian and Persian. Veena and Tanpura. Then Kathak, moving on to dance. Kathak stands out as the best example of the fusion of Muslim and Hindu culture. So Kathak is the best example. You can see the picture, Kathak. Why it is best example for the mixture of Indian and Persian? Because the costume, okay, the dancers wear is Persian style, but the music, the theme which they perform is Hindu theme. Lastly, we come to painting. So last is painting. P-A-I-N-T-I-N-G, painting. Now this painting, the Rajput style of miniature, miniature means small, okay, small form of painting. This miniature painting was popular in the Sultanate period. So this miniature painting was very popular during the Sultanate period. The early sultans, they did not show any interest in painting, but the later sultans, particularly the Lodis, were patron of miniature style of painting. So in the beginning, the sultans, they did not show any interest in this painting, but later this Lodis, okay, they showed much interest in this miniature painting, a small form of painting. So under the Delhi Sultanate, there were important changes which took place in all the field of life, in agriculture, trade, industry, okay, art and architecture, education, music, dance, everywhere, painting. There were a lot of changes. So especially there were mixture, Indo-Islamic style was introduced. So this period witnessed the interweaving, okay, the intermingling, the combination of Hindu and the Muslim culture. Okay, so by this we end with this chapter. So today we did art and architecture, okay, about the different monuments, the different materials. The Hindu temples were, the materials from the Hindu temples were taken out and constructed mosques. So we did about this style, dance, okay, music, which was again the combination of both Hindu and Persian style, Indian and Persian style, and painting, which was a miniature form of painting. Okay, so I am going to stop here and I will be sending notes. Thank you.